All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We are the brothers of Great Millstone Charlotte coming at you with another live lesson through the spirit, power, and mercy of Yahweh by Hashem Shai. All right, before we get started with this live lesson, as always, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and rule well. Peace, blessings, and mercy unto the house of David, Habayaf, Dawadah, the hopeful elect. Unto you we say Shalom. All right, and as you can see from this installment, all right, the title of the lesson is The Afflictions We Face as a Nation Are Not a Mere Coincidence. Now, a bulk of our people, they see the state of our people and they don't understand that there is a reason why we are in a destitute state. Speaking of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, really all of the nation, all right, because you do have those Israelite foreigners that appear to look as the other nations, but those Israelites are catching the afflictions as well, all right, and it's not coincidental. It's all predicated upon our disobedience, and we're going to go into the scriptures to prove this.
That's right.
All
I
right,
got that definition for you real quick.
go ahead.
It's the definition for the word coincidence in the Free Dictionary. It reads, a sequence of events that, although accidental, seem to have been planned or arranged.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Right,
we
there's a
understand.
sequence.
Sorry,
Oh, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, as you were saying, these things aren't an accident, man. Right? It's not happening by happenstance. It's all through
Right.
prophecy. And as the brother is going into, our disobedience is a catalyst for what we see happening to our people, man. Right? So though these things, it's the reason these things seem as though they've been planned or arranged is because they were planned and they were arranged, man. It
Yep.
was written and foretold, that our people would go through these states of destitution, right, as a result of pulling away from Yahweh Bashem and Shai.
Yep. That's right.
Uh,
Yeshai, you could grab that Baruch 4.
God. This is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1, and it reads, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endures forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. It says, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated.
All right, so this is again what our people are to do, right?
Mhm.
The things that we see our people enduring in this time is based upon the fact that they're not adhering to this light. They're not adhering to this word. Okay. The Lord is telling our people to turn, all right, turn back, repent, right? And to take hold of this truth and to walk in the presence of it so that we may be illuminated. Now, when you look up that word illuminated, let me grab that right quick. This is out of the Free Dictionary. It says to make understandable, clarify, to enlighten intellectually or spiritually. Okay? Because our people are dumbed down under these practices that they're following after, okay, by way of the heathen, man. That's why the Lord told us to not follow after the way of the heathen. But through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Bashim Shai, he is affording us the opportunity to turn back in these times. Now, I had a quick precept just to go along with verse 2. This is Psalms 119 and 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And here it is. We live in this place that is covered in gross darkness. So in a sea of darkness, this word is likened unto a lamp. This word is likened unto a light that is guiding us upon the path of how to escape out of this place, man.
That's right. That's right.
You keep reading.
I got a quick precept, if I may.
Come on, go ahead.
This is Hosea 6 and 1. It says, come and let us return unto Yahweh, for he hath sworn and he will heal us. He has smitten and he will bind us up. So back to the point, the only reason why we suffer the things that we're going through is ultimately because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua put us in those conditions for our transgressions. You know, and the only way to come back to receive that light is to turn back to the Lord, as the brother was going into, right? But let's go back, continuing on. Baruch chapter 4 and verse 3, it says, "Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation."
Right. So here it is. Our people are cleaving unto the fashions of the heathen to this very day. Right. Still caught up in the ways of Egyptology, whatever heathen nation, Buddhism, Allah, Krishna, all type of madness our people are caught up into. Right. And that's them giving their honor unto another, man. All right. Following after the customs of the heathen, man.
Continuing on in verse 4, it says, "O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us." It says, "Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel." Verse 6, it says, "You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction."
Right. So let's stop right there. Let's dissect that. We were sold to the nations, not for our destruction. Okay. Jake, you have to understand the reason why you are in this predicament is because you were sold to the nations. As the brother Cornwalf has said, this isn't happenstance. This is predicated by prophecy. You were sold, okay? You were green lighted and put on the chopping block by Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Okay? And it said, not for your destruction. The Lord didn't want the nation of Israel to be destroyed in subjection. It was always a reason why we were put into the subjection. Keep reading.
And it says, "But because ye moved the Most High to wrath, you were delivered unto your enemies."
And that's the point right there. Israel was put into subjection because of our disobedience. And as a parent would do with a child, you're to discipline the child. You put that child in timeout. You go ahead and hit him with a few lashes, right? Put them in timeout and let them sit down and think about what they've done, right? But with our people being as stiff-necked as we are, again, they see this slavery as coincidence. They don't see this perpetual cycle that they find themselves in as anything of, should I say, concern, right? Anything that's not really necessary for amendment to how they maneuver, right? This is Isaiah chapter 1 and 4. Ah, sinful nation. Let me see something right quick. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. And that's what happens with our people. Here it is. Our people, look, as we were discussing in the lesson that I had just did with the brother priest Amawan and the Bar Kabash. Here it is. Our people is clearly evident that we are the children of the Lord. And Jake is still doing bullshit. Still stuck on stupid. Even going back into the captivities that our people were caught up in, right? They would get out of captivity and then they would fall right back into it. So the Lord is like, why should I even whip your ass anymore? Like, you're clearly just going to keep doing the same dumb shit over and over.
Right.
You're causing afflictions to come upon you, right? It says, the whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and petrifying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. And as the brother Yeshaya had just read in Hosea 6 and 1, the only way that you can heal these grievous sores, right, with that ointment is by coming back to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai.
Mhm. That's right.
Just wanted to add that.
I got Google for
Con.
you too.
Kind of,
Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 16, and starting in verse 10, right? Because our people question, why we go through what we go through, right? And it's going to tell you right here, this is the same mindset they've had, for generations upon generations, man. Right? So this is how we know these are the same people coming back because they're asking the same questions, man. It says, and it will come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they will say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our power? Then shalt thou say, so like the brother is going into, right? They're like, why is this happening to us? Why this doesn't happen to anybody else, right? Why are we the ones who are always downtrodden? What did we do to deserve this, right? Jake was asking this back then as well. It said, then thou shalt say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. So going to that disobedience, right? It says, verse 12, and ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me. And this is what we're seeing right now, as we've seen throughout history, really, as a result of our disobedience, we've been taking, that punishment, that chastising from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for eons, man, for whole generations, man. We've seen that we've been getting that whipping, from our power because of, like it says, we walked after our own imaginations, our evil heart, and that we would not hearken unto the Lord, man. When the answer was to hearken unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to get back into good graces, man. That's the only way we could prosper. But Jake continued to, pull back, continue to backslide. And that's why we see, as the brothers going into the lesson, there's no coincidence, in what we're seeing right now.
That's right. The coincidence in the afflictions we face that Jake, well, let me rephrase that. The afflictions we face that Jake considers to be a coincidence is a lack of accountability. See, Israel is a nation like the brother had just read. Here it is. Jake has been posing the same question from the beginning. What did we do wrong? I'm the victim. No, your forefathers made a covenant with the Lord that would really break you if you broke it. It's real simple, right? And we have to come back to, as we are reading, come back and take hold of this light. Okay, that's how we battle against these afflictions that we are facing in this land.
Right. Ultimately, what these curses really is just Jake being held accountable for going off.
Right.
You being held accountable. That's all it is, man. You made the covenant. We all made that same covenant with the Lord, and now we went off, so we got to pay the price, and we did.
That's right.
About it.
Could you jump back to Baruch 4 and 6 and somebody hold 2 Maccabees 7 and 31?
God, that's
this is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, "You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath. You were delivered unto your enemies."
Mm-hmm. Right. Matter of fact, in that 2 Maccabees, start at verse 32.
God. You want that now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's 2 Maccabees chapter 7 and verse 32. For we suffer because of our sins.
Mm-hmm.
And though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction.
Right. So let's stop right there. The afflictions we catch is for the chastisement and correction. Okay. As we have read in Baruch, right, the 4th chapter, we were sold to the nations not for our destruction. right? As the brother Yeshaya has said, we were sold because we are to be held accountable for our actions.
Mm-hmm.
You want to break the commandments that me and your forefathers have made?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sorry. That's how it's got to be played out,
That's right.
right? This is the mind of the Heavenly Father. Like, how about Shemal Shai is like, look, this is the agreement that you have with me.
Mm-hmm.
My word is faithful and true. That's it. Okay. But I'm not here to destroy you, as the scriptures do tell us. We're the apple of the Lord's eye. Okay. We're put in these positions to correct ourselves, to be chastised, to be corrected. Keep reading.
Verse 33, 2 Maccabees 7 and 33. And though the living power, or sorry, the living Lord, be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants.
Right. Yes, shall he be at one again with his servants. And we see that happening in real time. Right. The Lord is he's dealing with his people once more. All right. Matter of fact, let me grab that right quick. Let's see. The brother grab Romans 9 and 26. Matter of fact, I'll grab it. This is Romans chapter 9. Oh, if you want to go ahead and get yours, you can.
Okay. It's 2 Maccabees 6 and verse 12. It reads, Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation. So all the afflictions, all the calamities that we've gone through, and the ones that we see, that are about to come to pass, right? This is all the chastening of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, to the Israelites, man. That's why it's called Jacob's trouble, because it's for the seed line of Jacob to serve their punishment, man, right? And the elect to be pulled out of that, right? Verse 13, it says, For it is a token of his great goodness when wicked doers are not suffered any long time, but forthwith punished. For as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish, right? So, Jake wonders why, you know, we don't see any punishment taking place, upon Esau immediately, upon these other nations immediately, man, right? It says, For as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish, till they become to the fullness of their sins, so dealeth he with us, lest that being come to the height of sin afterward, he would take vengeance of us.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore he never withdraweth his mercy from us. And though he punish with adversity, yet doth he never forsake his people. So that being the point, there's no forsaking coming from Yahweh Shai. His mercy, is tied to his punishment, man. He's gonna relieve that affliction when the time comes. But you have to serve some type of punishment, whether it be, the affliction you go through in this ministry, or the affliction that you're gonna face, as a result of you forsaking the ministry, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5 and verse 4. It reads, When thou vowest a vow unto the Most High,
Mm-hmm.
refer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. So ultimately, we made this vow, this covenant with the Lord. We vowed that we wouldn't break his commandments, that we would stay in the certain guidelines that the Most High has set up. But we made that vow and we broke it. So of course the Most High sees us as fools, man. That's why in the scriptures taught us to side as children, fools, stiff-hearted or stiff-necked, right? But that ultimately, again, the curses came upon us again because we had to be made accountable for our transgressions of that vow.
Right.
Everybody's got it.
Let me see here. We jump back to that Baruch 4. The precept had it passed. It's out of season.
This is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 7. It says, "For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils, and not obeying. Salakia, and not to the Most High."
Yep. This is exactly what our people are still doing to this day, right?
Right.
Sacrificing under graven images. Like we were just going into the history of Hanukkah, right? A lot of our people, when King Antiochus IV went ahead and pretty much mandated subjection through Hellenization, right? A lot of our people, they casted away the customs, right, to subject themselves under the rulership at that present time, right, which was the King Antiochus IV. And by doing so, a lot of our people they got killed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you have that now going on with the whole the new holiday season. Or the holiday season coming up, Thanksgiving.
Right.
You have Christmas. You just had that Halloween shit happen. Hey, that all goes back to ancient times as well.
Right.
But continuing on, verse 8, it says, "Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. For when she saw the wrath of the Most High coming upon you, she said, Hearken, hearken, O ye that dwell about Zion. The Most High hath brought upon me great mourning.
Mm-hmm.
For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them."
Right. And this is just figuratively speaking of our homeland, right? Because every time we went off, we got driven out of our homeland, right? To this very day, we have not been able to dwell in our homeland. But again, it all ties back to the fact that what we did, us going off, is a direct cause of the afflictions that we face. All right. And that goes for the entire nation. Now, let's see. Could a brother grab? See, I just had it. Bear for one moment, Hakim. Give me 1 second. Somebody grab Jeremiah 50 and 33.
And I got it. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33. It says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go."
Right. So to this day, right, we're still in captivity, and our captives, our captors, they're not willing to let our people go, and it's a reason behind that, man. All right. First and foremost, it's the will of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, and understanding that our enemies do not want us to come back into the power that we once had. All right. Which was aligned with Yahweh B'Shem Shai once we're operating on that high level. All right. Serving Yahweh B'Shem Shai in truth and sincerity, right? Upholding the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. All right. The afflictions that you face in this nation, the afflictions that all of our people face being captives, is the fact that your captors are literally pushing a vibration of wickedness and sin and perpetuating that amongst your communities, right? That's why you can't get any type of advantage, man. And again, first and foremost, it's all predicated by the will of the Lord. But let's go down to the next. Go ahead.
I was just going to make note, the captives, being the Israelites, Northern and Southern Kingdom, being in captivity together. You read in Nahum, what is it, 3rd chapter? It talks about, woe to the bloody city, the prey departeth not, right? And that prey, right, it's us being preyed upon by these other nations, man. So everything you see and taking place is a result of us being allowed to be that prey. Being allowed for these other nations to take that crafty counsel, and understanding that us being separated from our power, we're at our most vulnerable state. You know,
Yes,
so
sir.
when you read the parable of Lazarus, right, when those dogs are licking the wounds and the sores, right, that's what's happening right now. Is Jake is laid in the street, right, after being completely beaten and left left to die by Esau, right, and the nations are getting their pick, you know, sticking it to Jake whenever they can, right, because they see they like to kick us while we're down. That's what we're seeing, and then the Lord is allowing it to happen as such, man, because we continue to stray away from our power, man.
Right. You
Let me
read down to
continue
verse
on.
34. Yep.
God,
If you brothers
this is
had any other precepts, we'll get them.
God. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 34. It reads, "Their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall
Mhm.
thoroughly plead their cause, that they may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon."
Right. And that's what we see Yahweh Shemel Shai doing in these times, man. He's pleading our cause. Right.
Mhm.
We're asking for Yahweh Shemel Shai to come and make a speedy deliverance of the elect. All right. To do away with the reign of the heathen. Right. To pretty much, we're literally chanting down Babylon, man.
Right.
Right.
All right. Yahweh Shemel Shai is hearing us. He's pleading our cause, man. When we put up the prayers, right? When we go out to the altar, when we go out to camp, right?
Right.
When we do these sit downs, we do these lessons, right?
Mhm.
Yahweh Shem Shai is hearing us, man, and pleading our cause. So the afflictions that we face, that's the resolution right there, man. Turning back to the stronghold, all right? Turning back to our Redeemer, because there's no way that you can expect to be redeemed out of this place. All right, as the scriptures do tell us in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, all right, it says that no man will buy you, all
Mhm.
right, meaning that no man will redeem you. The only
Mm-hmm.
redeemer is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
All right. Yahweh is going to send the only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, to deliver his elect, to redeem them out of this captivity.
Mm-hmm. God.
That's right.
Hey, just making an analogy, right? And you mentioned the stronghold, right? Like a castle, right? A
Mhm.
dwelling, for protection. Jake, we were once in that stronghold, protected from the elements, being whatever, sins and traps and snares were set out there. But Jake was, beating down the doors to get outside, man, right? So
Mhm.
once the Lord let the door open, Jake went out there, was frolicking around, but didn't realize the door got locked behind him, man. So when they
Right.
come back, right, they banging on the door. That's what we're trying to do right now, pleading to the Lord to open the door back up, man, because we see how
Right.
bad it is out here. But the rest of Jake, they still out there in the fields, having a good time, right, doing whatever folly they want to do, man. Right, so
Right.
we're waiting for the Lord to open the doors back up.
Yep.
That's right. Hey, and Jake out there in behind or on the other side of the wall, Jake is free game. Jake
Mhm.
is a prey to all the other nations, man, the wolves, the bears, the lions. Ultimately, because that hedge of protection that was around us, we decided to avoid it. We decided to step out that boundary, man, put ourselves in
Mhm.
danger, which is
That's
Exactly.
again
right.
the transgression of the law. You brothers got it.
God. I got one more. If
Okay.
nobody has anything else, this is Micah chapter 7 and verse 9. It reads, "I will bear the indignation of my Lord because I have sinned against him." Right, and this is the mindset, of the hopeful elect. Right, we understand, why these things take place. Right, this is us taking accountability and acknowledging our offenses, man. And understanding whatever happens to us is a result, of what we continue to do and what we have done in the past, man. It
Hmm.
says, "Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness." Right. So this is what we're looking forward to. Is the Lord ultimately accepting us back, right, and then defending us from our enemies, man, right, for him to vindicate us in these times of trouble, right. But it starts with coming back and having that what's the word, that mindset of repentance, man, right, to come
Hmm.
back and having that sorrowful mindset and understanding that you're the one who went off, right? Having gone astray, seek him 10 times more, right? And that's the mindset that 2/3, refuse to take part in because they don't see themselves as having done anything wrong, right? But it's because their minds and their hearts have been blinded, have been hardened. The understanding hasn't been given to them. You're reading, was it Daniel 9 and 12, I think it is, or actually, let me grab it. I don't want
I'll grab it for you.
to.
Daniel chapter 9 and 12, correct?
It is.
I got you. It's verse 11.
Kind.
Matter of fact, I started at verse 9. Daniel chapter 9 and 9. Daniel chapter 9, verse 9. To the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, our power belong, mercies and forgiveness, though we have rebelled against him. Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord Yahweh, our power, to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets. Yeah, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because we have sinned against him.
Right. Simple and plain, man. Right?
Yep.
All these curses have been poured upon us, right? We're laden in curses because we've been laden in iniquities, man. Because, like I said, by departing, we did not obey thy voice, going back to obedience, right? And the mention of the oath, as the brother Yeshaya had made mention of, right? The oath that is written in the law of Moses, because we have sinned against him, man. So this is why we're seeing what's happening right now, man.
Yep. I'm gonna read down to verse 14.
Okay.
Verse 13 is verse 12. And he have confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
Man.
For under the whole Salakia.
Oh, you go fish.
Okay. For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem, as
and
it is written in.
With Jake, it's like that's what you see with Jake, right? They asked the question on why this happens. Like you said, has nothing like this has been done as has been done upon Jerusalem, man. Right? This is the worst thing that's happened to anybody in history. And Jake doesn't seem to understand or be able to grasp, that this is a result, of your disobedience, man. It is a direct, causation, correlation. This right here, if this then that, right? If you disobey, you go into captivity, right? If you disobey, he brings upon you great evils, right? If you disobey, he pours upon you, the curses that are written in the law of Moses, right? This is the results, man.
Yep. Verse 13. As it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us. Yet made we not our prayer unto Salakia, yet made we not our prayer before the Lord Yahweh our power, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth.
Man, come on, man.
Yep. That goes back into that Baruch, the 4th chapter.
Yep.
Right? Turning back and taking hold of that light.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our people, they just still wandering in darkness, complaining and shit, and the solution right there, and they like, nah. I don't know about that. Hey, what the hell?
Yeah, Jake trying to find door number 2. There ain't no door number 2.
Exactly.
There's only one door.
Only one door. If you try to come up some other way, you a thief and a robber.
Right.
Verse 14. You ask, was a brother about to say something?
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to mention, what Jake ultimately forgot is who they were dealing with, man. The power they were dealing with. They offended what the scriptures call a man of war. They offended the scriptures say our power is a consuming fire, man.
Mhm.
Omnipotence. So again, our people lost that fear, that reverence towards the Most High that they had before, which ultimately that's what led them astray, right?
Exactly.
Brothers got it.
Daniel 9:14. Therefore hath the Lord Yahweh watched upon the evil and brought it upon us. For the Lord Yahweh our power is righteous in all his works which he doeth, for we obeyed not his voice.
Yeah. That's it right there, man. Right? The Lord is he's watching carefully and manipulating all these things that are happening to Jake because of the lack of obedience, man. Right?
Yep.
He sent the prophets out, on numerous occasions, knowing that Jake was going to disobey. Right? He said they won't listen to you because they won't listen to me. Right? So I'm telling you to tell them all this, but so that there's no cloak for their sins, man. And we're in that same lot right now, to bring this message forth to the people so they can't say, why is this happening? Right? The same way Jake, says, why did slavery happen? Or why did, things like Tulsa, Oklahoma happen? Or things like the various floodings of these so-called black state what's it called black cities, man. Right?
Mhm.
Why are these things happening? Right? Why did the Trail of Tears happen? Right? All these things that we've seen take place throughout history is a result of the disobedience of our people, man. That was
Right.
prophesied to take
Louisiana.
place.
Right. The Louisiana Purchase. Right.
Mhm.
Because you can't forget about the Northern Kingdom, brothers and
Right.
sisters, man. All of the atrocities that happened throughout South America, all right, in all those areas that are within the various places where our brothers and sisters are scattered, man. There was a lot of atrocities that have taken place, and it's undeniable, man.
Right.
All right. We both were oppressed, as we have read in Jeremiah the 50th chapter. All right, to this very day. All right. And the only way how we could come out of this is by doing what? Acknowledging our offenses, man. Turning back to the Lord. Because if we don't, if you don't, the Lord gonna kill you.
That's right. And that's the reason why the prophets are very vital in this part of the story, because that warning has to be given out. In order for Israel to be saved, that warning has to be given out. But that's the mercy of the Lord as well. Him having the prophets come out at this time to warn our nation to turn back, right? But I got a quick precept, if I may, just to back up the brother Quanawas's point. It says Isaiah 58:1, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. And that's exactly what we're doing, man. We're pointing it out. We're making it obvious that, hey, because of y'all sins and transgressions, that's the reason why y'all are in this predicament. Why y'all are the bottom of the barrel. Why y'all are always pretty much just castaways, pretty much. Y'all don't fit, Pretty much what it is, Jake is downtrodden, man, continuously. And that's all because of y'all's transgressions, man. Oh, that was it.
Hey, well, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson through the spirit, power, and mercy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Shai. Okay. We want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rukah Quadash. Double honors, as always, to our apostles, our elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and rule well. Peace, blessings, and mercy to the house of David, Abba Yafta, without the hopeful elect. To you we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.